everyone, my name is Carmen and welcome to a new slime review video. Today I'll be giving a 100% honest famous slime shop review on PuttyEgg. I purchased a $125 slime package from PuttyEgg.com. Before we begin, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe if you enjoy my reviews and slime ASMR, and also check out my other social media accounts. My slime shop is currently on break, so stay tuned for our restock date. Now let's get started. So everything arrived safely inside a box, and they included their business card, a sticker, an extra slime, and some add-ins and charms. The 6 slimes that I purchased from them were Yorimichi Dog, Yolky White Rabbit Candy, Strawberry Milk, Pink Pitaya, Frog Pond, Yolky Burger, and Turtlemisu Cronut. And the extra slime they included was Yolky Sushi Bar. The slimes range from $16 to $23 each, and in total I paid around $113 after shipping and discounts. Pretty excited to show you guys the slimes since they have really unique textures. For example, their water slime, which they are getting very popular for. And I'll be starting off the video with their water slime, and this one is called Frog Pond. This is their clear water texture, and I also purchased their other one, which is a water 2.0. If you're not sure what a water slime is, it just kind of feels like water or like you're playing with jello. It is super jiggly and water-like. Frog Pond has a beautiful light green color and comes with a bunch of these plastic leaf add-ins and a cute little frog charm. As you can see, it is super jiggly and doesn't have too much structure, so it acts just like water, and you can see it spilling out of the container. It does have a slight wet feel to it, and I really enjoy sloshing it around on the table. And honestly, this slime is only fun to play with on a table since it might get too messy and you might drop it on the floor. The slime isn't very sticky, but some pieces of slime will break off and stick to your hands or on your surface. I've only tried this texture from 3 different shops. One is a store-bought one, which is from Play-Doh, and another one from a Singapore Slimer. And they all feel very similar. They're super jiggly, slightly wet, they don't stick as much, and they don't melt at all. So for this original water texture, I'm giving it the same review. It is a nice texture, really fun to play with, super jiggly. You can make nice slushy noises, not too much ASMR. You can't really poke it or stretch it. But in my honest opinion, this one does seem the messiest of the 3 that I've tried, since pieces will get stuck on your hand or table. I'm also the kind of person that really likes to squeeze my slime, and when I squeeze this one, it does get a little messy and rippy, but it doesn't happen with the other 2 brands that I've tried. But the slime is super cute, it's very aesthetic, I love the greens, and it smells amazing. The scent is pretty strong, it's scented aloe and strawberry, and I definitely smell the strawberry and the aloe drink. This is a really unique texture, so if you're looking to try out a new slime, I definitely recommend it. Some other slime shops are starting to offer this texture like Momo slime, so I'm definitely going to try it out from them. This next slime is called Turtlemisu Cronut, and it's definitely my favorite out of the package. It is a combination of 4 things: turtles, tiramisu, croissants, and donuts. This is a DIY clay slime that features a super chewy, soft, and pillowy clay slime base that is a light brown color. It comes with a clay cronut, a clay turtle, and some add-ins to top it off. I believe they labeled this texture as a cream chantilly, and I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but I have tried the texture before and I loved it. I'll go more into detail about the texture later. Anyways, I topped off my cronut with the brown glossy glaze, a chocolate syrup, some chocolate powder, and some more of these crumbs. Lastly, we have the mini turtle, which I thought was a charm at first, but is actually clay that you can mix into the slime. And here is the final result. Super cute and looks so delicious. It looks like one of those fancy donuts, and it smells just like one too. The scent is super sweet, and it's a mix of tiramisu and milk tea pastry. I do smell the milk tea pastry, and honestly, it's a very sweet scent, so if you love those, then I do recommend this slime. The clay pieces were still very soft and easy to mix in, which is very surprising, especially for the tiny little turtle, since I did let it sit for about 10 days, and by then the smaller clay pieces might dry out a bit. I was definitely happy to find that the little clay turtle was still easy to squish, and once you fully mix this texture up, it turns into a light brown, super fluffy and pillowy clay slime that I really love. It inflates a ton and honestly is one of my favorite textures. It's a very soft, smooth, squishy, and very fluffy texture, and I really recommend it if you like clay slimes. Next up, we have strawberry milk, which is their water 2.0 texture, which I believe is just an updated recipe. I'm just gonna start off and say that this is probably my least favorite in the package. I might be a little biased since I did have some expectations. I thought the water 2.0 texture would be better and more of an improved recipe, but as you can see, it was melted. From my experience, I thought water slimes don't really melt, and this one was just completely melted. It might have been from sitting more than a week, but Frog Pond didn't melt at all. So I decided to activate it myself with my own borax solution since they don't really include any activator or borax. Surprisingly, it was actually really easy to activate. I thought it was going to be difficult, like making slime from scratch, but all you had to do was just mix it around and eventually it turns into a solid. The texture feels very similar to the first water slime, but I do want to point out that I may have gotten a bad batch since they're not really supposed to melt. The texture is super jiggly. This one is semi-stretchy, but still slightly messy. A little bits would get stuck in my hands or my table, but not as much as the Frog Pond one. But it is still pretty fun to play with on a surface and you can slap around and, jiggle it. The slime is scented strawberry milk, and I was very excited for it since PuttyEgg scents are pretty nice in my opinion, but I wasn't a huge fan of it. It does smell like a light sweet strawberry, and I'm not too sure if the milk scent ruined it, but I'm not a huge fan. This is my personal opinion. Scents are subjective, but I have tried a ton of strawberry scents since strawberry is my favorite slime scent, and usually I like them, but this one I just did not like. I do still recommend this texture since it's super unique, but I would prefer to go with their first one. I'm not too sure if they have perfected this recipe yet. Next up, we have a clear crunch bomb slime, and this is called Yorimichi Dog, aka Pachaco. Comes with some super adorable Pachaco female slices. There is a yellow-green color and a light blue one, and his face is just so adorable. He's one of my favorite Sanrio characters. The base of this slime is super clear and very thick. It's not sticky at all, and it matches very well with the female slices. The slime is scented Melona, but I do think it's on the lighter side, but it does smell really nice, like a sweet and sour melon candy. I think the odor from the female slices are a little overpowering, so it kind of washes out the Melona scent. Besides that, it's a really nice slime. I love how there's two colors that you can mix together. The texture is very crunchy, especially if you remove some of the clear slime base, which I did. I definitely recommend doing that since you can hear the crunchy ASMR, and so you can experience how it feels with less base in it. Afterwards, you can add in the clear base and it makes it a lot stretchier and you make a lot more bubble pops that way, so really great for ASMR. Keep in mind though, since the base is super thick, it is more of a slow stretch slime, but still very satisfying to play with. If you haven't tried a Fimo Crunch Bomb yet, definitely recommend it. It is a very unique crunchy texture, and PuttyEgg does sell a variety of them. Next up, we have Yolky White Rabbit Candy, and this is a thick and glossy slime inspired by the White Rabbit candy. If you haven't tried the candy yet, you definitely should. That one on the left is a charm and the one on the right is the actual candy. It is sweet and creamy. This texture is a super glossy and clicky, gummy-like, white, thick and glossy slime. It's not a glue-all thickie, so it's not very thick, but still pretty thick to be labeled as a thick and glossy. And I really prefer this texture since it's squishier, stretchier, and it makes the best bubble pops. This thickie feels very similar to Rotom Slime's one, but slightly thicker, and I love both of them. I really enjoy squishing these type of thick and glossy slimes, and the bubble pops are just so much crispier. Texture-wise, I definitely recommend it, but I do have to point out that when you let it sit, it does have a weird wet residue, which is not common in other thickies, but in these gummy thickies, you do feel it. I personally don't mind it since that's the cost for this amazing texture. Scent-wise, I wasn't a huge fan of it. It does smell slightly sweet and slightly milky, but I do prefer if it was sweeter, like how the candy tastes, but that's just my personal preference. This next slime is called Pink Pitaya, which is inspired by dragon fruit. It has that signature pink dragon fruit color. Also has some black seeds all throughout the slime. You also get some of this clear pink slime that has a dragon fruit charm in it. The scent for this is a fruit medley, and to me it smells like sour fruits, which is very fitting. Texture-wise, it's a pretty unique and new one for me. It's called a Slush Fizz, and I can see why they named it that way. It is a clear-based slime with some instant snow in it that is slightly wet and also has some snow fizz in it. It feels like the base is an icy jelly hybrid, and there's a light amount of snow fizz in it to give it some texture and sizzle. Texture-wise, I do enjoy playing with it. It is squishy, slightly chewy, stretchy, and it makes really nice, beautiful swirls. When you do inflate it, you have a very soft, textured, fluffy slime that makes nice sizzles and crackles. I think it's a pretty good recipe and definitely recommend it if you like snow-based slimes, either being instant snow or snow fizz. Next, we have the last slime that I purchased, which is called Yolky Burger. If you're wondering why some of these slimes have Yolky in it, that's because their mascot is Yolky, which is the cute little fluffy dog that's in their logo. Anyways, this is a burger or burger sauce inspired slime with a unique texture. I believe they label it as a wobbly slime, and I would just describe it as a thick jiggly slime. I'll talk more about the texture in a bit, but the packaging is super cute. It comes with a burger sauce charm and some burger female slices. Texture wise, it is definitely very unique. It has a little bit of gloss on the bottom. It's slightly stretchy, very chewy and squishy, and of course very jiggly. It doesn't feel like anything I've felt before, but I have felt something somewhat similar, like from a store-bought slime. It kind of reminds me of like a slimy gloop slime with a gloopy feel, or most similarly a slime from Oh My Slime, which is a Singaporean slimer. Personally, I do prefer this type of slime over the water slime since it's stretchier, it has more structure, and it even makes some nice bubble pops. As for the scent, it is very strong. It smells super sweet, slightly buttery. It is scented a sweet buttery pastry. Smells just like that. For this one, I smell the scent on my hands for the rest of the day, and it is very sweet. For some reason, it's usually the sweet scents that stick on your hands and not the fruity ones. Anyways, I definitely recommend this texture. If you're interested in it, it's very unique. Lastly, we have the slime they gifted, which is Yolky Sushi Bar. And if you guys don't notice, I don't really review the slimes they gift. Since it's a free slime they didn't have to give me, I don't want to be rude, and I just try my best to describe it. But if I do have something nice to say, I will say it, and I actually really like this texture. It's another unique texture that they have. This one is a slush fizz foam, and I think they're really great at labeling their textures. This one is another snow-based slime, so it has instant snow, snow fizz, and some foam beads in it. The slime comes with a variety of sushi female slices and some rice add-ins, which are super adorable. Texture is very crunchy, and it also inflates, so it makes really nice sizzles and crackles. The scent for this also smells really good. I really like fruity scents, and this one is, I believe, a blend of white jasmine and pineapple, and to me smells mostly like pineapple with a hint of floral. Overall, definitely recommend checking out their slime shop. They have some really unique textures, and their packaging is super cute, and they definitely know how to stand out from other slime shops. Anyways, that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!